Hello wonderful people and welcome back to yet another episode of English Made Easy with Divya. Today we are going to discuss an interesting topic of determiners. This topic is being chosen because it was recommended by many people as they are facing difficulty to understand the same. So let us talk about determiners without wasting any time. So first of all, what do we mean by determiners? Determiner is a word which is used before a noun to indicate which person or place we are talking about. So if I talk about he is a boy, so that a is nothing but a determiner. If I say this house is mine or this is my uncle's house, so that my is nothing but a determiner. So let us talk about the different types of determiners to understand it in detail. The first type is called predeterminers. Predeterminers are those words which are used before a noun to limit its meaning. So the different examples of predeterminers are all, half, such, both. So we can say all the men were standing in a queue, or we can say this is such an interesting topic, or we can say half of the people were missing in the theatre. So these are the examples of predeterminers. If we talk about the second type, which is articles. Articles also fall under the category of determiners. So articles, which is a and the, they are of two types, definite articles and indefinite articles. When we talk about definite article is the. Now why do we call the definite? Because it tells us specifically, particularly about the person, place, animal, thing that we are referring to. For example, we say this is the book that I wanted to read. So some specific book that you always wanted to read is this one. When we talk about indefinite articles, which is a or an, how do we use them? They are especially used in case of singulars. So when I say this is a book, so it is leaving behind the meaning uncertain. Uncertain because any book. I'm not talking about some specific book like in the previous case. This is the book that I wanted to read, isn't it? So here the meaning is left uncertain, and that is why it is called an indefinite article. And they are always used in singulars. So a, an, we use it before singular. A is used before consonant sounds. And an is used before vowel sounds. A, E, I, O, U, these are called vowels. So before vowel sounds we use an, and before consonant sounds we use a. So that is how you will remember the articles. The third type of determiner is called demonstrative. So the demonstratives are this, that, these and those. Demonstratives are basically used in case of persons or things that have already been mentioned or spoken about. So when I say this car is mine, so this car, something which has already been mentioned or referred to, you're particularly pointing at it. So this. Or if I say these cars are standing in a line, so these. So the difference between this and these is nothing but of singular and plural. We use this in case of singular and these in case of plural. So again, something which is near to you, closer to you, when we refer to distance, then we use this and these. This for singular and these for plural. But when we talk about something which is at a distance, something that you have already mentioned but which is at a distance, something that you can see but it is at a distance, then we say, oh, that car is mine. So that car, you're referring to something which is mentioned, pointing, particular, right? So that and those cars there are my neighbors. So those cars. So again for plural, that is used for something which is singular, which is at a distance, and those is used for something which is at a distance but again which are plural. The next, after demonstratives, we talk about the next type of determiners, which are possessives. As the word itself suggests, possessive means which is used to denote possession. So which shows belongingness. So when I say my, your, his, her, our, their, right? So this is my house, or it is his pen, right? So his, my, it is nothing but a possessive, and these determiners are used to denote possession. The next type of determiner is called cardinals. They are cardinals which are referred in case of numbers. So simple numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, they are nothing but cardinals. So I have 5 chocolates, or he gave me 10 pens, they are nothing but cardinals. The next type are ordinals. The difference between cardinals and ordinals is cardinals are 1, 2, 3, 4 simple numbers, but when I talk about ordinals, first, second, third, right? These are nothing but last, next, which refers to the position. They are called ordinals. So when I say he was the first person to get his Aadhaar card, or he was the first person to submit his report. So the first, we always use the before the ordinals as well. The next type of determiners are called quantifiers. Now quantifiers, as the word itself suggests, quantity, which refers to some quantity. So when I say some, or few, or little, or many, more, much, any, these are all quantifiers which refers to some quantity. So again, in this case, some is used in case of positive and any is used in case of negative. So I ate some rice, and we don't say I ate any rice, isn't it? So I ate some rice, and of course in case of positive. Any is always used in case of negative. So I don't have any money, that is what we say. Or when we talk about little or few, so little is always used with uncountable nouns. So he has little milk left in the container, right? Or there is little milk left in the container. Then when we talk about few, it is always used with countable nouns. So I have few chocolates or few sweets, right? So countables and uncountables basically refers to anything that can be counted, and uncountable something that is measured and cannot be counted. So little and few. Little with uncountable nouns and few with countable nouns. When we talk about many and much, so again the same thing. Much is used with uncountable nouns and many is used with countable nouns. The next type of determiners are called distributives. Distributives, as the word itself suggests, distribution. So just like the words either, neither, each, every. So these words denote distribution, right? So we can say either of the girls, right, played well. So either, or neither of them is interested in appearing for the exam. So neither of them is interested in appearing. So either or neither, each, every, these are nothing but your distributives. The next type of determiners are interrogatives. Interrogatives are those determiners which are used in case of asking questions. So the words like what, whose, which, where, when can all be used as interrogatives. So we can say whose car is this, or which color do you like, whose book are you referring, and words like that. So now let us have a small exercise and let's check how much have you understood the topic of determiners. Are you all ready for the test? So here we go with the first sentence. Dash books are missing from the library. Any or some? Of course, some. Any cannot be used with books. The second sentence is, he didn't make dash progress. Many or much? So progress is again an uncountable noun. So we'll always say much progress. The next sentence is, dash house is this. Whose or what? Of course, whose house is this? The next sentence is, this book is mine, but dash is yours. That or this? Of course, that. Dash boys have done their work. This or these? That's clear enough because it's boys. So we'll say these because these is used in case of plurals. To understand more about the topic of demonstratives, please refer my video on this, that, those and these. The next sentence on the screen is, he is the dash boy who has joined the gym. first or one. So we always use ordinals when we have the. So he is the first boy who has joined the gym. Thank you so much for watching the video. Stay tuned for the upcoming videos, and as many of you have exams in the upcoming week, wish you all the best. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep shining.